When you're designing for high availability, your mission is to make sure that even if something catastrophic happens, like a full data center outage, your application keeps running smoothly. That's where availability zones come in. Availability zones are Azure's way of protecting your applications and data from data center level failures. Each availability zone is a unique physical location within a region. It combines both fault domain and update domain protections in a powerful region-wide setup. When you distribute your resources across three or more availability zones, you are essentially spreading them across three independent data centers, each with its own power, cooling, and network infrastructure. When you deploy three virtual machines, each in a different zone within the same Azure region, you are taking a major step toward fault tolerance. This setup shields your infrastructure from hardware failures, network disruptions, power outages, and even entire data center failures. Azure's platform is smart enough to recognize this separation and ensures that virtual machines in different zones aren't updated at the same time, which helps you maintain maximum uptime and resilience for your applications. To make the most of availability zones, you should architect your application with zone resiliency in mind. Start by placing your compute, storage, and networking resources in a specific zone. Then replicate those resources across the other zones within the region. This approach ensures that if one zone experiences a failure, the others can seamlessly continue operating. Think of it as having three synchronized isolated copies of your infrastructure that work together to keep your application running no matter what. Each Azure region that supports availability zones includes at least three physically separated zones. These zones operate independently with their own dedicated power, cooling, and networking resources. Yet, they are tightly interconnected using low latency links that allow for synchronous data replication. This architecture enables you to build applications that are not just highly available but also architecturally resilient to single points of failure. Zone redundant services make this even easier by automatically replicating your application components across zones. Now, it's important to understand the difference between zonal and zone redundant services. With zonal services like Azure Virtual Machines, managed disks, or standard IP addresses, you decide exactly which zone each resource goes into. You have full control. On the other hand, zone redundant services such as Azure Storage with ZRS or Azure SQL Database take care of replication for you across all zones within the region. This means less operational overhead on your part and more built-in resilience from the platform. If you really want to elevate your disaster recovery strategy, don't stop at availability zones alone. Combine them with Azure regional pairs to protect against large-scale regional outages. This layered approach gives you an even stronger foundation for business continuity and high availability across your entire cloud environment. So, what's your key takeaway? Availability zones give you the power to build applications that are truly cloud resilient. When you spread your services across multiple zones, you are preparing for the unexpected and ensuring that your users never notice the chaos behind the scenes. In the cloud, availability is not luck, it's architecture. And with availability zones, you're designing for success.